You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Philip Kaufman. An explosive-like sensation felt throughout parts of Luzerne County, including Hanover Township, Ashley, and Pittston, remains a mystery. Around 11:30 a.m. Thanksgiving Day, many residents in the Hanover Township area reported feeling and hearing an explosion-like quake. Many more in the surrounding area also reported hearing or feeling the blast on social media. Hanover Township Police checked out a wooded area where people say they heard the blast, but say no evidence of an explosion was found. According to Hanover Township Manager Sam Gesto, when he spoke with the Times Leader, one possible explanation was that it was caused by hunters practicing with explosive tannerite targets. Tannerite is a brand of exploding targets used for shooting practice. In order to encourage attending downtown events and holiday shopping in Wilkes-Barre, a certain area of parking meter fees will be suspended. The streets which make up the area are Union to Franklin to South Street to Washington. The fee suspension took effect this morning at 8 a.m. and will run until Monday, January 2nd of 2023. Residents and visitors are advised that all meter enforcement not contained in the pictured shaded area on your screen shall remain in full force and effect. And if you're wondering what you can do while you're downtown, there are events like the Diamond City Partnership's Holiday Market in Midtown Village and the City of Wilkes-Barre's Santa on the Square event in Public Square on Saturday, December 10th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department has issued a traffic warning for Sunday to account for the upcoming Trans-Siberian Orchestra performance at the Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra, a multi-platinum progressive rock group, will be performing twice on Sunday, November 27th at the arena. The shows are part of the Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the Best of Sow and More tour. The performances will take place at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. As a result of the shows, police expect significant traffic in the area from 2 until 7:30. That area includes Highland Park Boulevard, exit 168 of Interstate 81, Route 309, and Monday Street around the Wyoming Valley Mall. And if you'll be attending the performance, the Mohegan Sun Arena parking lot will be open at 1 p.m. for the 3 o'clock show and 6:15 for the 7:30 show. The United Way of Greater Hazleton has teamed up with the Churchill Mall in Hazel Township to present a United Way Christmas. This event will run Monday, November 28th through December 17th. Shoppers and visitors to the Churchill Mall, located along Route 309 in Hazel Township, will be able to vote on the best Christmas trees that are decorated by some of United Way's agencies. Each person that wants to vote will be asked to donate $1 for a voting slip. On December 17th, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be on hand to announce the winner, who will receive $2,000 donated by the Churchill Mall. Each agency that participated will receive $500 from the mall as well. Santa and Mrs. Claus will also be on hand to meet with children on the 17th of December and will have small gifts for them that were donated. Those that stop by and vote will also be able to win some prizes donated by the businesses at the Churchill Mall. The agencies will start decorating the trees on Monday, November 28th, starting at 10 a.m. United Way invites you to stop by and help promote this event. All money raised through voting will be donated to the agencies that take part. Generosity abound this Thanksgiving as churches in the area help to give back and serve their community this Thanksgiving. In the Hazleton area, Capriati's and St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Beaver Meadows made 220 dinners for pickup and delivery within the Hazleton area. 45 of those meals went to Greater Hazleton Meals on Wheels. Approximately 25 volunteers helped prepare the free Thanksgiving Day dinners on behalf of St. Paul's. Uncle's 80 Dive Bar at the Red Carpet Inn on North Church Street also provided free Thanksgiving Day meals for the public. Owner Jose Federolf and about 20 volunteers spent 3 days cooking the feast that could feed up to 300 people. And in 40 Fort, the 40 Fort United Methodist Church and over 30 community volunteers teamed up for the annual Thanksgiving dinner, providing over 400 Thanksgiving dinners to families that are struggling. In addition to the meals, the church was giving away handmade knits and warm clothes to anyone who needs them. The 40 Fort United Methodist Church does their Thanksgiving dinners every year, and they are available to anyone who reserves a meal. Coming up on WYLN News, talking to 5 Hazleton area senior Cougar football players on Let's Talk Sports, plus your favorite furry friends of the week. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow's gonna be sunny! I hope you have an amazing day!
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, here to ask you, is your kitchen ready for an overhaul? We offer free in-home consultation and design, no interest financing, professional removal and installation, countertop and backsplashes, hardwood and laminate floors, kitchen appliance sales, service and installation, and of course, everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join us this week for a 1-hour special of Sports Talk featuring the 2022 senior class of the high school football Cougars.
I'm Dennis Bookman, head coach of the Hazleton area football program. We are here at Harmon Guy Stadium.
So join us this week for a special edition of Sports Talk. And one more thing.
Go Cougars!
WYLN's all-time OT hero, Marty Burns, has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. So, let's talk sports.
And of course, the president decided he'd like to speak first. So, Ryan, in all seriousness, having the honor of being president of the senior class, but being one of the leaders on this football team, talk about what this senior group of football players means to you.
I mean, they mean so much to me. I mean, we're a family. I mean, we do everything together. We came here, worked together. We always picked each other up. And I mean, we all mean so much to each other. I think it's more than just a game. I mean, we all hold a place in each other's hearts. And I mean, we're always there for each other, and we're just a family.
And talk about the versatility that you brought to this program, whether it is either offensively or defensively.
I mean, I just feel like I was ready to do whatever I needed to, whether it's offense, defense, running back, fullback, whatever the position was, whatever coach needed. I told coach, I said, whatever you need me to do, I'm willing to do that for you. Whether it's inside, outside linebacker, running back, fullback, receiver. I mean, we're all the same way. We're not selfish players. I mean, we all just want to be the best and help the team out to the best of our ability.
And if you don't mind passing on to Connor, and Connor, pretty much the same question that I asked Ryan, the versatility. Whether you were returning kicks on special teams, you're a running back or catching balls out of the backfield or even lining up wide and catching the football, and your play on defense. Just talk about the versatility that you brought.
Yeah, I mean, touching on what Ryan said, just being able to go out there and do what the coaches need us to do and playing for the team, not playing for yourself. Just being a team player all around and trying to do the best for everybody and for yourself at the same time. Going and running back, receiver, kickoff return, and all that kind of stuff made me a better person overall. Just helping my team, throwing blocks out there and all that kind of stuff too. So.
And one of the things that I was really impressed with was your straight-on approach, where it was just nothing quicker than a straight line. And just talk about that.
Yeah, I just whenever I get in the backfield, I just have a mindset that I'm going to get the ball and I'm going to run forward and try and knock as many people over as I can.
All right, let's go to Mr. Guzman here. And Kevin, talk about, and we talked about it when you were a guest on the show a little bit, but talk about with this group having to be ready, because you never know when your number will be called.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you never know what's going to happen during the game, during the season. So whoever's up that's their job. They got to move up, grow as a man and be the next one up. And
we saw a lot of plays, especially near the end of the year, you defensively. Just talk about your role on the defense.
Yeah, I didn't know what this year was going to bring. So, I mean, I brought everything I had. I left it all on the table, and I got an opportunity. I took full advantage of it.
All right, let's pass the mic on to Q. And, Coach, I think the best quote all season long I heard was, "You got to unleash the beast." And Q, just talk about your role defensively and how you brought that energy and how it filtered down to the rest of this group.
Honestly, my role was to just do as much as I can on defense, because, I know I wasn't doing as much as all these guys were. And, I had to account for that. I had to make up for that. I had to play a little extra. But, I got my energy from all of them. All of my energy comes from everybody on this team.
And just how you guys, I was really impressed with how you guys worked as a unit. And it almost seemed like you didn't have to verbalize a lot, because you knew where certain guys were going to be at a certain spot that you could take a chance.
Well, yeah, of course. But, we got to talk. We got to talk on the field.
All right. If you wouldn't mind passing on to number one. And Matthew, let's talk about your role offensively. I know you could tell a lot of times when you're sitting there and you're watching games, a lot of teams were focusing on where number one was. Talk about maybe sometimes being that decoy, but also being that main ball carrier.
Yeah, I mean, every time I get the ball, try to do the best I can, follow behind Ryan, Kundrat, Kevin, whoever's blocking for me. Splitting out a receiver, allowing Kundrat, Ryan, Kevin again to go ahead and get the ball. I mean, using me as a decoy, putting me in motion is going to obviously drag attention out, allow them to run up the field and get 10, 50 yards and keep doing that. And we've seen at some points in the games that was the most efficient offense. So for me, there's no point in switching it up. I don't mind at all being completely selfless. At the end of the day, I don't care if I get 100 yards or they get 100 yards. Whoever comes out on top at the end of the game, so a win is a win.
And it's going to be strange to see a Hazleton area football team next year. We had Matthew and Connor on the previous segment talk about specifically that secondary that played so long together and had a lot of experience together.
Yeah, I mean, since freshman year, us three have been together playing the whole time. So, I mean, on defense this year was incredible. We all knew with going into man coverage or zone coverage, it didn't matter. We knew without having to verbally speak to each other. The chemistry was there coming in at 5 a.m. workouts. We knew together that we were able to play, and we did a pretty good job this year in the secondary, not giving up too many passing yards, touchdowns. Also, our biggest thing is everybody helped out in the run game too as well, not just making PBUs. We came down and made tackles. I think collectively we all had over 100 tackles total. That's phenomenal for a secondary.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and some great memories all season long and throughout your high school football careers.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, meet Mr. Boo. He's a sweet and gentle older fella who has not yet lived his best life. He was very matted when he arrived at the SPCA, and his beautiful coat had to be shaved. However, it is already growing back, which makes him very happy. He would love nothing more than a great new life in a loving home. And up next is Carter. This guy came to the shelter as a stray. He's very playful. He has yet to be dog or cat tested, but the shelter will see how he is with other animals. He would love to be your new friend. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Coming up on Glen Oaks News Choice, Picks with Santa coming your way, plus our final segment of Leading the Way this week. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday, here to talk about how movement is life. So chiropractors, basically all they do is make joints that don't move properly move properly. There's a lot of different things involved with that. Joints, nerves, muscles. We manipulate these joints and stretch muscles and work with nerves so that everything can move properly. This saying movement is life means more though than just every joint needs to move properly. And while it's important, every joint secretes, it's life-giving, it takes a breath, secretes life-giving nutrients inside the joint whenever it moves from the cartilage. This is very important or the joint will degenerate. But also people who move around are healthier than people who don't. This is obvious. And even in older years, when somebody's bedridden, their health gets much worse. So remember to move and feel good.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join us this week for a 1-hour special of Sports Talk featuring the 2022 senior class of the high school football Cougars.
I'm Dennis Bookman, head coach of the Hazleton Area Football Program. We are here at Harmon Geist Stadium.
So join us this week for a special edition of Sports Talk. And one more thing.
Go Cougars!
Welcome to Community in You, and today we have Trooper Anthony Petrosky from Troop in Hazleton, and he is going to tell us about Santa's coming, and he knows all about it. What do you know?
Yeah, so we're excited to announce that the Community Services Unit in Troop N, along with Amazon, have teamed up to form a free community event, Santa's Coming to Hazleton.
Wow!
This is going to be Pictures with Santa happening right here in Hazleton, Saturday, December 3rd from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Launch Box on Broad Street in Hazleton.
Wow.
What this is there's going to be hot chocolate cookies given out to the kids. There's going to be a line formed, and Santa's going to be there. Free pictures. You can take as many cell phone pictures as you want, and you will also leave there with a picture, courtesy of Amazon, of your loved ones with Santa Claus.
Wow, you're
Yes.
the best elf ever.
I've never been called an elf, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So
Yes.
here you are, and you're going to open this up to kids?
Anybody.
And I was hoping you were going to say that.
Anybody who wants to meet the big guy. Yeah, this is an opportunity to be able to have this done free. We know there's places out there that charge, and we're not trying to take anything away from them, but we want to give back. State Police, Amazon came together, we teamed up on this, and we really think this is going to be a good community event. There's going to be troopers there on site, so community members will be able to talk to us in a different setting,
Yeah.
and kids will be there, so we could talk to them also, and then they'll be able to see the big guy, get a picture, get some hot chocolate, some cookies, and have a good time.
Wow, don't forget to bring your list.
Oh, he's getting my list, that's for sure.
What's on it?
Expensive stuff.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if Trooper Petrosky's been good this year.
Well, that's debatable, that's
Well,
for sure.
And that's one of the things that you'll have to tell, because I'm sure Santa always asks,
Oh,
right?
he does. He definitely does.
Yeah, want to make sure. So, well, you look right into that camera and you give the official Trooper Petrosky elf invitation.
Saturday, December 3rd, from 3 to 6 p.m., Santa Claus is coming to Hazleton. Free pictures, free community event. It's at the Launch Box on Broad Street in Hazleton. 3 to 6, Saturday, December 3rd. Be there, have some fun, come out, meet some troopers, talk to the members of Amazon team, and see the big guy before the big day.
And it's all free.
That's the word.
All right. We'll catch you again on Community and You.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join us this week for a 1-hour special of Sports Talk featuring the 2022 senior class of the high school football Cougars.
I'm Dennis Bookman, head coach of the Hazleton area football program. We are here at Harmon Guy Stadium.
So join us this week for a special edition of Sports Talk. And one more thing.
Go Cougars!
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, David Yonkai is leading the way into the final segment of this week's series.
Can't believe that we're already wrapping up our week with David Yonkai, who's been telling us about his career from Pittston to Washington, and now here he is, the health educator in Wilkes-Barre. So you've made a lot of friends, you've met a lot of people. Who's in David's circle?
I have like maybe 3 male best friends and maybe 1 or 2 female friends. But, you know, I have one friend that basically is very, very loyal. The 2 best friends that I have, you know, if I tell them I'm going to rob a bank, they'll say, no, you better not do that. This 3rd friend, he'll basically say, okay, I'll be there in a half hour. What time are you going to do it and everything, you know? So, yeah, so it's really good. But there's a difference between men friends and female friends.
Oh, yeah.
Female friends, I think I've learned more from female friends just because of the fact that they're more nuanced. Let's face it, men, basically, if it weren't for women, us men would be, you know, with all hair on our faces and our hair all messed up and everything, and we'd be down by the river like chewing raw meat, you know? I mean, so women civilize men. So I always kind of gravitate more toward women friends than I do men friends, you know? So.
And when you're talking about all the friends that you've met, and you must have had conversations with them about all different types of things. Do you have a motto?
Yeah. The motto is always aim ridiculously high. Always aim ridiculously high.
Well, see, and that's exactly what sums you up. Because you, throughout everything, you're always continuing to aim high. So what's next for you now? I know we've talked all week that this is your ideal job, but anything else around the corner?
No, they're going to have to carry me out of Wilkes-Barre City Hall. And the other thing I want to bring up, though, too, is people always talk about, like, you know, what your philosophy of life is in terms of, you know, caring about people. Mm-hmm. I really have another thing, too, other than my motto, which is always aim ridiculously high. But the other motto is love somebody like you've never been hurt before.
Very good. Now, when a lot of our viewers hearing this, hearing about all the career, what advice would you give to them?
Just basically be yourself and don't try to be a fake with anybody. I mean, you know, life is too short to hold back. Don't hold back. Just like let it out. Because at some point, you know, when years go by, you're going to regret not going to that wake that you wanted to go to, not remembering that person, not validating that person, you know, having a sharp word with somebody, you know, and not apologizing. Life is too short. Just basically live it and go after it and just let it all out. Let all your feelings out and just try to go from there. And people are going to think, let me just be clear, people are going to think that you're like a little off and everything, but I'd rather live with that consequence rather than holding back.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah, don't have any regrets.
And when I asked David to take part in leading the way, he said, what am I going to talk about? I think I knew way before he did. David, thank you so much.
Again, you knew way before I did. What are you? A woman. What am I? A man. Case closed.
Okay, you got me there. Join us again leading the way.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.